What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is meet week. We're prepping for the bar showdown. Today's Wednesday, compete on Saturday. About 5 hours away from flying out to Crestview, Florida, where the meet is, a little bit north of Panama City Beach. I'm excited for it. It got really cold here again the last couple days, so started snowing a little bit. It'll be nice to get to some warm weather. So the bar showdown, like I said, it's going to be the last in the 4-week triple header of events. So starting with the Clash of Titans, which went okay. This past weekend, I had the Animal Cage, which also went okay. I don't know if I'll have the video up or not. Someone filmed for it, but I haven't gotten the footage yet, so we'll see on that one. But if I haven't posted a video or not, ended up squatting and benching in the cage, treating it kind of as my last heavy workout. The plan was to go 804 on squats, and I don't know what exactly happened, but just, I don't know if the platform felt weird or if it was just because I was like standing all day and my nutrition just wasn't good the whole weekend. But terrible squat day. Ended up failing 804, actually failed 727, which just never happens for me. It came back and hit it, and it just blew up. But yeah, the 804, I'm not sure what happened on it. I'm not sure what happened on the 727. It just immediately felt like on both of them that I wanted to like fall forward, and it just had like no power pushing through the floor. So I don't think that's like definitely not a strength thing, because like the 727 moved amazing, but definitely has me a little bit shook coming into this meet. So we'll see. But bench, I also plan to go up to 573. After the squat, I was feeling a little bit down. Still ended up deciding to take a shot at the 573. It moved pretty well. I'm very happy with it. So bench, I feel a little bit more confident on. But yeah, so recovering from that in a week and then competing is definitely going to be tough. But yeah, it's been a long 4 weeks. Ready to enjoy the off season here in a little bit, but still got one more event of work to do. Body weight coming off the animal weekend actually got up to around like 229. It's back down to like 227 now. Water load's been going pretty well. Had kind of a shorter water load than I'm used to. Didn't really want to be drinking 2 gallons of water while at the Arnold Expo, so that kind of had to tweak it a little bit around that. So drinking now up to 2.5 gallons each day, so it's 40 ounces. It means I have to get about 8 of these in. I think I'm about 3.5 down right now. So long day of drinking to go, which always sucks with traveling, but I actually drink 7 of them and then kind of make up the last one with like protein shakes, energy drinks, stuff like that. So water load's going very well. Gut cut is feeling good. So basically cutting back on things like fiber and stuff like that. That's going to just kind of like slow down digestion, trying to like clear out as much of the food that I have in my GI tract as I can, avoiding things like complex carbs, fibers, so fruit, veggies, which kind of sucks because I like them, and trying to focus more on like fatty meats, eggs, yogurt, simple carbs, stuff like that. So typically like my meals right now are looking like about 2 eggs, 4 ounces of ground beef, and then a Greek yogurt. So it comes out to like 53 or 58 grams of protein, not very much carbs, and just kind of snacking throughout the day on some like dark chocolate to kind of get that like sweet tooth feel that I want. So yeah, it's been going well. I feel like my gut's feeling actually pretty good right now with that kind of diet, and it's pretty filling for the most part. So I'm not like, oh, I need to eat right now. And on top of drinking 2.5 gallons of water, that helps kind of fill up the stomach and lower my hunger. So yeah, I'm in a good spot. Like I said, I think I'm walking around like, woke up this morning at 227 pounds. I'm hoping once I start cutting water, which I do tomorrow, I can wake up Friday at, I'd ideally like to be like under 225, so like 224, and then it's an afternoon meet with the primetime session, so I'll weigh in, I think, at like 3 p.m. I'll have to double check. It's sometime between like 2 and 4. I'll have to double check. But that leaves me plenty of time to wake up Friday and sauna the last few pounds. Even if I'm like 226, I can do 6 pounds in like 3 hours max, I think, if I really push it. So yeah, it's a lot nicer not having to sauna for like 20 hours like I did the last couple meets. So yeah, good spot. Gonna finish packing up here, and then next time you'll see me, I will be in Florida. So we'll catch you guys there. All right, guys, made it to Florida, flew into Panama City Beach, and then drove up to Crestview. Got in super late, like 1 a.m., so a little bit tired. But yeah, today's Thursday, sitting one day out from weigh-ins. Woke up around 227 pounds. Feeling pretty good. Don't have to drink too much water today, so hopefully I'll drop another couple pounds tonight and then wake up around like that 225, 224 range, and then sauna the rest of the session, or sauna the rest of the weight off. So today's task, we got like 3 things I want to do. First is go check out the venue and check my weight on the meet scale. Highly recommend doing that, comparing what my scale says to what the comp scale says. I don't have to get like all undressed. It doesn't matter exactly what I weigh. It's just I want to see what the difference between the 2 scales are. That way, like, let's say I step on my scale and I'm like 230 with all my clothes on, but I'm 231 on the comp scale. That means I have to lose like an extra pound or so. So yeah, that's just something I highly recommend doing if you are in a position to be cutting and have the opportunity to check on the meet scale, because the last thing you want to do is like cut right down to like 220, get to the venue, and then weigh in, and on the meet scale you're like 221, and then you have to scramble to lose, you know, an extra pound or so. So next is going to be the grocery run. Just got to get a bunch of the food that I'm going to be eating for the next couple days. Focus on a lot of like carbs and a little bit of protein. We'll kind of dig into that, I think, what I get after the grocery run, and then finally it's going to be just that tune-up workout that I always do before meet. So super light SBD day. Not much else to talk about. Let's go run those errands, and then yeah, I'll talk about kind of like what my nutrition is going to look like post weigh-in. All right, so just got back from the grocery store. First off, went and checked my weight on the meat scale. Good news, my scale is actually a pound heavy, so thought I was like 227. I'm actually 226, so that gives me a little bit less that I have to cut, which is nice. I'll probably still, so the 100 kilo weight class is like 220.4. I'll still probably cut down to like right around that mark on my scale. That should give me a little bit of a buffer just for whatever reason. Again, like the difference between cutting like 7 pounds and 8 pounds isn't that much. It's when I kind of get up to that like 17, 18, 19 pound cut that each one of those pounds really makes a big difference. So yeah, we're in a good spot with that. Went to Walmart, got quite a few little various snacks, just whatever I'm feeling like eating. Got a few protein shakes for today, some Greek yogurt as well for today, eliminating the carbs. Just want to make sure I get my protein in. Also a little bit of, I like the Greek yogurt for tomorrow, post weigh-ins for getting my protein in. The big focus is carbs for the refeed, replenish that glycogen, still want to get some protein in. Snacks, candy, a couple energy drinks to sip today to keep my energy feeling good. One of my favorite things for carbs, cream of wheat. Unfortunately, they didn't have the brown sugar kind, so had to get my own brown sugar. That's gonna be like my main, like I'd say meal, and then just kind of snacking with the candy throughout the day after the refeed, as well as some fruit snacks and bananas for meet day. That's kind of my go-to, like I guess in between lifts. So between squat and bench, I like to have about 100 grams of carbs, 100 to 150, usually with a banana, and then however many fruit snacks to get to that mark. I guess like the main thing for replenishing post weigh-ins is going to be these guys here, which pre-made, basically John's secret stuff. It's really not that secret. It's honestly just like some electrolytes, like liquid IV, glucose, fructose, and some of them have glycerol just to really help push the fluid into my cells. So yeah, they're kind of numbered. They have varying ratios of each one, but altogether there's 10. I have a couple extra. Just mix one of these in with a liter of water, and the goal is to drink 1 liter every hour. So for every kilo I lose, I want to replenish it with 1.5. So I take whatever kilos I lose, times that by 1.5. So if I'm cutting, it'll be about like 4 kilos or so. Times that by 1.5, get 6. So I want to drink 6 liters, 1 every hour post weigh-in. And then that should get me back up to where I want to be. I'll also be throwing in a couple IVs, a couple IV bags. So that makes it a little bit easier. Don't have to drink quite as much. I don't feel like I need the IVs for this competition, but they had it available and it's not that expensive. So I decided to throw that in. But yeah, rest of the day, just kind of chill and then go work out in a few hours. Probably just do a little bit of reading, and yeah, that's about it. So we'll catch you at the gym later. All right, guys, we're back in Wisconsin, back in the basement. The meet overall went pretty decent. Before we talk about it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me in the comment section below. As always, if you guys need help me train, check out Proven Strength app, world record programming, fraction of the cost of one-on-one coach, 40 plus programs designed by Andy and myself, range from beginner, intermediate, advanced, powerlifting, power building, bodybuilding style training, single lift. You also follow along with our own training. Check that out. You also get to our private Discord where we ask questions, get form checks, and talk about training. If you guys are in the market for new gym equipment, check out Next Level Strength. Wrist straps, knee sleeves, all the gear you need to hit your next PR. If you are using either Proven Strength or Next Level, don't forget to tag myself and them on Instagram so I can share your video. All right, like I said, got back from Florida, ended up going 7 for 9 in the meet, totaling 1,012.5 kilos. I think it's like 22, 30 something pounds. I don't know. I feel like it's a number I've been hitting pretty consistently, which is a little frustrating, but That said, this is probably the meet I'm coming off of that I'm most happy with my performance. Because even though the total doesn't reflect it, this was the strongest I've ever been on a meet day. The numbers I missed or got red lighted for feel like they were there. It was just small little tweaks that I have to make, and I was basically a couple mistakes away from a very strong total. That has me feeling confident, feeling good about powerlifting again. Kind of gone back and forth with being a little burned out with it, but especially after this past few weeks, you know, 3 events in 4 weeks between the Clash 4 weeks ago, Arnold last week, and then this, definitely feeling really run down. Looking forward to pretty much taking this week off for the most part. I might hit some bench and some like body weight movements, but probably avoiding any lower body stuff. Starting off with the weigh-ins, weighed in at 99.3 kilograms. I believe it's just under 219 pounds. Woke up the morning of around 223.5 or so pounds, or that was on my scale, so on the meet scale it'd be about 222 and a half, right around a kilo over. I probably could have gone away with just like spitting the weight that way, but ended up going to the sauna, did about 3 sessions of 25 minutes or so. Not too bad. Weigh-ins went decent, got the IV, recomp was going well, drank the liters of the John Secret stuff that I showed earlier, got sushi, and then filled in the rest of the nutrition with the Greek yogurt, cream of wheat. Cream of wheat tip from John Heck, not to be confused with John Hack, but he posted a video. He does nutrition for a lot of the guys that compete at the Arnold Strongest Man, and he was throwing in pie filling in the cream of wheat, and yeah, I gave that a shot, really enjoyed it, added a good amount of carbs, and just made it tastier. So glad I watched this video, and yeah, the recomp went well. Coming on a meet day, I was feeling pretty good. Definitely feeling a little bit run down just because of all the events in the past few weeks. A lot of travel last, I don't know how many weeks, so really looking forward to a little break. Didn't feel bad either. Recomp, I mean, body weight was back up to where it needed to be. I was feeling pretty hydrated, and yeah, warm-ups were feeling good. Honestly, going into squat, I wasn't feeling super confident, to be honest, just with the miss on squat in the cage. I knew that was like some type of technical error. I knew it wasn't like strength, but still just missing 804 when I want to hit 831 doesn't feel great. So, and the 804 was just not even close either. Sitting in the back of my head a little bit, ended up taking opening squat. So as you guys have seen, I use the lighter, more like kind of training focused sleeves from Next Level for my opening attempt, and then switch to the stiffer sleeves for my second and third. So open pretty light, 320 kilos, 705 pounds. Felt fine, hit depth right where I needed it to be. Honestly, moving on to second attempts, my biggest fear was just having trouble getting my knee sleeves on, because that can sometimes be the case. It actually was the case a little bit in the animal cage. Luckily, I can go at my own pace. In a meet, I kind of have to time up putting my knee sleeves on with, you know, I don't get to pick when I go for my attempts. So yeah, put them on a little early and was waiting around for it. Took my second attempt, 77 pounds, 352.5 kilos. Felt great. I feel like I was a little bit borderline, which I was. I got 2 white lights, 1 red. I was happy with it. Moved super well. Decided to take the high end, 377.5 kilos, 831 pounds. Honestly, the biggest thing with squats was not the strength, but the whip of the bar. Texas squat bars are, especially when you get up in those higher weights, a very whippy bar. Especially like the newer style. There's an older Texas squat bar that has like a longer knurling. Those ones are pretty solid, but compared to like a Kabuki or an Ohio squat bar or a Cerberus even, the Texas whips, I feel like way more. And it's just like, I feel like once it starts whipping, it like hits like a resonance frequency where it just like fucking like, it whips you out of position so easily, I feel like. And if I'm able to train with one for all prep, it usually isn't too much of a problem, but I think this is where doing the back-to-back meets really hurt me, was that I think I maybe did 1 training session with a Texas squat bar, and that one wasn't a very heavy session either. So the whip had me very nervous. So still decided to take the 377.5 kilos, 831 pounds for the third. Ended up hitting it, but I immediately knew, and it fucking flew. Like, I felt like if I loaded like 385, maybe even a little bit more, I could have hit that. It flew, but I immediately knew I cut depth, and I think it was just an issue of subconsciously being afraid of that whip hitting me. Yeah, got called for depth, immediately knew it. Rewatching the video, I was actually like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. I maybe should have gone to the jury and asked them to review it, but in my head, I was like, nah, I know what a high squat feels like, and that felt high, so. But yeah, strength was amazing at this point. So 831, it flew, didn't get added to the total, left a lot of kilograms on the table, basically like 25 or something like that. So that right there basically took me out of being able to hit a PR total. Even if I took what I wanted on bench, and I would have to have taken a very high jump on deadlift, more than I was comfortable with, so beat 2300. So that was unfortunate. Something else I noticed while I was actually editing this video, I've already kind of edited it up until the point of this, is that I did not latch my belt on my third attempt squat. So yeah, to blow up 831 pounds, kind of beltless, I'm very confident with how squats are going to go I'm feeling very happy with where I'm at squat wise. Just have to get more consistent with the depth, and I'll be able to know what bars I'm using for my next 2 meets, and with that can train with them and get comfortable with them. But moving up to the 220 class has opened up my squat, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes the next couple years in this weight class. And yeah, taking the squat record at 220 is the goal. Moving on to bench, feeling pretty good. The pace of the meet was, I would say, really good. So they gave us 10-minute break from when they took the monolift off, put the bench on, and loaded the weights. And it was two flights, I think 12 lifters in each flight. So it was just like the perfect amount of time where like you get done with squats, go back, ate my banana, fruit snacks that I talked about earlier, and start drinking electrolyte drinks that I make up. I was feeling good. Energy was good. It was like the perfect amount of time for the meet that I have time to like kind of chill for a second, recomp, start warming up, but not long enough where like the energy starts to really dip towards the end of the meet. So yeah, that's something I was really happy with. Warm-ups were feeling pretty decent. The pad they had was really thick and really, really squishy. It was kind of funny because a lot of people were not liking it, but I kind of had a feeling it was gonna feel really good. I don't like a really stiff pad. So something with like the difference between like a stiff pad and a soft pad is that a stiff pad, basically you put your shoulder blades on, you put your traps on, and you're relying all on just friction to keep you from sliding back. So you need to have a very grippy pad if you're gonna be on a stiff pad. Whereas on a soft pad like that, your shoulder blades actually like sink into the material, and then it kind of like cups around your traps, and then you're actually pushing into material when you're leg driving. And I just feel a lot more locked in that way. Not to mention also is that when you sink down in that really squishy pad like that, you're basically at like a 2-inch decline, and that kind of gives you like an extra like inch or so that you can like almost like push into the bench and like have your hips kind of come up a little bit without risking your butt coming off the pad. So I had a feeling bench was going to go well at this point. So took my opener, same as at Clash of Titans, which was 230 kilos, 507. And I feel like I kind of like self-consciously was like, I need to like really throw this up. And I feel like that kind of just instilled so much more confidence in the rest of my pressing. The lockout felt so much faster. Like I felt like I hit that second gear on the way up, and yeah, I was feeling good. So took the planned second, 250 kilos, 550. Again, I was like, I need to make this move with speed. My shoulder was feeling really good, like no pain at all, which I'm very happy with. Worked with my PT to heal my subscap, and I feel like I'm in a good spot. This offseason, I'm gonna kind of try and strengthen that up because it has been something that's become an issue the last few preps. So hopefully this offseason we can get it strengthened so that I can last the whole prep without it being an issue. So yeah, 550 on my second, incredibly well. I was a little nervous to take 265 just because I have missed my third bench so many times in the last few meets that I was afraid of doing that again. I was afraid of like overshooting it. Energy was feeling good, strength was feeling amazing on the day. Took it and blew it up. Again, I feel like I could have hit like 600 on the day if I needed to, which, yeah, this is like the strongest bench I've ever felt on meet day, and that has me feeling so good about the future. I kind of wrote out what my goals are for each of the meets this year, and like the way bench was going, I was feeling very afraid that I overextended myself on like what I wanted to do. But after hitting the 265 as well as I did, back to feeling confident in bench. And it felt so good. Honestly, like outside of what happened on squat and deadlift, what happened on bench has me feeling very good about how the meet went. So I'm pleased. 265, 584, we're back. Okay, so moving on to deadlift. Here's when I started kind of having a little bit of issues. Had very similar cramping in my quads, start to kind of creep in a little bit, like happened at the Clash of Titans. Had Andy kind of work on this. Really my right quad that was causing issues. Had Andy kind of drive his fist into it, trying to like open it up, drank a ton of electrolytes. I think this is something where what I usually do with my powders is throw one liquid IV in. I think what I need to do in the future is maybe throw 2 in for the meet, actually like during the day, because I think during the recomp is that most of the like fluids I'm expelling are just through like peeing, and I don't think I pee as much sodium and electrolytes, but during the meet I'm sweating, and I have a suspicion that I'm a very salty sweater. So yeah, I think that's something I need to adjust in the future. We'll just have to try it out, and hopefully that will mitigate the quad issues. That said, the quad cramping up was giving me a little bit of anxiety going into deadlifts, and that definitely played a role in what I was willing to do. Last warm-up took 320 kilos, and to be honest, it did not feel good. Like, quad was cramping up. I was a little nervous at this point, so took the opener at 370. I could feel the quad starting to cramp up a little bit. It felt like I really downed the electrolytes, and I think that kind of like started kind of getting into my system and helping. 370, it moved. It didn't feel amazing, but again, deadlifts just like haven't felt super, super good. And I think that's also a case of doing the back-to-back meets. I really haven't been able to train deadlifts outside of hitting like one 900-pound deadlift. Outside of that and the super light deadlift day that I did 2 days out, I had not deadlifted in 4 weeks pretty much. So yeah, just deadlifts were feeling a little bit off. Took the plan second, 395. That actually moved pretty good. And again, at this point, like the cramping was starting to kind of subside. I wasn't feeling super confident in going for the top end goal, which was 417.5. I felt good enough to go 415. Went up, got pretty hyped, locked in, gripped the bar. It started moving, and it was feeling very comfortable. Like, I think the 410 that I hit a few weeks ago was way more of a grinder than how this 415 was feeling. Like, I was like, oh, okay, like I could have gone 420. Got just about to lock out, and then just all of a sudden, lost my grip. Tore a callus a little bit. I don't know why. I think that's just, again, the back-to-back meets. I notice when my fatigue is very high, grip is one of the first things to go. And yeah, disappointing. But again, like squat, even though I didn't hit my third, the strength was there. I think just needing to throw in some extra grip work this off season, probably some like strongman stuff like farmer's carries, I think will help there. Overall, quite pleased. So 100 kilo weight class, 1012.5, first overall in the meet, 17K, which I'm very happy with, obviously. Didn't hit the total I wanted, but yeah, to recap, strength was there for a very good day. Like honestly, if I had just sunk my squat a little bit better, could have pushed the bench a little bit more and held on to a deadlift, I was pretty close to a 2350s total. And I mean, my goal is like 2406, which would beat Ed Cohen's 220, right? That's my big goal at 220. Still got a ton of work to do to get to that, but after this meet, I feel good that it is possible. So yeah, going forward, the next meet is American Pro, August 7th, I believe. Gives me this week kind of off and then 20-week prep, or 20 weeks until the meet. So probably gonna do like 8 weeks of off-season volume work and then a 12-week prep for that. Gonna kind of sit down the next couple days, write out the plan for that. What I want to do this off season is gonna throw in some strongman movements. Just got the Mike Bardos log. I just really like the log as a movement. Not gonna push it too hard because I don't want to fuck up my shoulder and set me back again on bench, but yeah, just a fun movement to train. Gonna throw in a few other strongman movements, some axle bar deadlift. I've talked about that being one of my favorite deadlift accessories. I feel like my positioning off the floor just has not been feeling good. And I think the axle bar deadlift really does help strengthen my strength off the floor. High reps at that movement, and then some farmer's carries to fix the grip. Outside that, pretty typical volume work that I'm gonna plan to do. And then, yeah, shifting to meek prep again. Probably won't change too much because I feel pretty strong. I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. It's just training with the bar that I know I'm gonna be competing with, so I can feel confident on that. And then just making sure my shoulder stays healthy and grip is there. So yeah, I'm, again, very pleased. Gonna kind of wrap it up there. I feel like I've been rambling a lot. Definitely gonna be posting some videos this off season. Might try and diversify it a little bit more, maybe some coaching stuff. I definitely have to do the gym tour. And yeah, I'm excited for the American Pro and then end of the year with King of the Platform. Definitely gotta beat that 2,300 pound total and hopefully get close to 2,400 by the end of the year. So yeah, like I said, wrap it up, hit the like button, subscribe, check out Proven Strength at next level, and we'll catch you in the next video.